I tried, man. I really tried to hold this one in. I waited a couple of days before talking about this because I wanted to come at it with a clear head, maybe a little more grace, a little more patience. I didn't want to come off heated. I didn't want to come off like I was trying to burn bridges. But you know what? Some bridges? Some bridges deserve to be burned to the ground. And if I gotta build a new one after, so be it. Because what I saw this past Sunday, what we all saw as Cowboys fans, that wasn't just another missed assignment or busted coverage. That was a slap in the face. That was disrespectful to the game, to the fans, and honestly, to every guy in that locker room who's giving their all. Now, before I go any further, if you're Sam Williams, if you're a family member of his, or even a fan of his, you might want to click away now. This might sting, but somebody has to say it. Because I've tried, man. I've tried to give this dude the benefit of the doubt over and over again. But this ain't about football IQ. This is about heart. This is about culture. And this is about a guy who's clearly more interested in the perks that come with wearing the uniform than in actually honoring what that uniform stands for. Let me paint the picture for you real quick. We're watching the Cowboys go up against the Panthers, a game that should have been a statement win, a dominant outing to silence the critics and remind everyone who we are. But instead, we're sitting there, watching the same type of stuff we've seen too many times before. And I'm not talking about busted coverages or a few blown plays here and there. I'm talking about a mentality that's just flat out broken in certain dudes. You look at that still image that started it all, the one Bob Stern posted. And yeah, it's just a snapshot, right? But even in that frame, you can already tell what's wrong. Rico Dowdle's got a lane so wide open, he might as well be Moses walking through the Red Sea. There is nobody close to stopping him. And yet, the guy we should be depending on to seal that edge? Sam Williams. Guess where he is? Getting driven into the dirt by a wide receiver. A wide receiver. Man, I don't even care if you're not a football expert. You don't need to be. You just need eyes. Watch the play. Rewind it. Pause it. Play it again. Sam Williams starts off lined up on the left side, supposed to be sealing that edge. And instead of setting the edge, instead of playing with any sort of discipline, he takes the inside lane like it's Madden and just charges forward like he's trying to get a sack on a 3rd and long. But it ain't 3rd and long. It's a run play. And what happens? Xavier Legette, a wide receiver, not a tight end, not a pulling guard, puts hands on him and buries him into the turf like he's never played football before. Legette washed him so far out of the play, Sam ends up across the field on the other hash mark. That's not just a missed assignment. That's not just, oh, he took a bad angle. That's embarrassment. That's a dude getting manhandled by a player half his size and supposed to be running routes, not blocking defensive ends. And you know what makes it worse? Sam had no awareness on that play. Zero. No recognition. No discipline. No football IQ. Just raw, unfiltered caveman energy. See ball, chase ball. Like a kid playing backyard football who doesn't even understand what a gap assignment is. Now, I know some people might say, well, maybe he didn't see it. Maybe he slipped. Maybe it wasn't as bad as it looked. And I'd be willing to have that conversation if it ended there. But it didn't. Because Sam Williams didn't just get embarrassed on the field. He doubled down and embarrassed himself off of it. You see, after that image made the rounds online, and after fans started breaking it down, dissecting the tape, doing what fans do, this man decides it's a good idea to jump on Twitter and laugh. Laugh. He dropped a laughing emoji like it was all some big joke. Like the moment didn't matter. Like Cowboys fans weren't sitting at home furious watching this stuff unfold for the 100th time. And here's the thing, he didn't delete it. He didn't walk it back. He didn't even try to explain it. As of the day I'm recording this, that post is still up. The man stood on it. And when the comments started lighting him up, when the quote tweets started rolling in, Sam just kept it pushing. No remorse. No accountability. Like it was just another day. And that right there, that's the moment I lost all respect. You know why that hit so hard? Because Cowboys fans show up. Week in, week out. Rain or shine. Home or away. And I hate pulling the hard-earned money card because look, nobody's forcing anybody to be a fan. We all know what comes with this. We know this team is going to break your heart more times than not. That's part of the deal. But the absolute least you can ask from the guys wearing that star is that they give a damn. That they care as much about winning and playing the right way as the people who live and breathe this franchise every single day. And right now, Sam Williams does not look like one of those guys. And it's not just the tweet. It's a pattern, man. Go back to January 2 years ago. The Cowboys were getting ready for the playoffs. Big moment, everything on the line. And what was Sam Williams doing? Promoting a victory party before the game was even played. Not a post-win celebration. Before the game. The man had flyers made, party booked, everything lined up like the game was just a formality. And what happened? We got embarrassed by the Packers. Again. And there's Sam, partying anyway. Hosting club nights like he just balled out. Like he just led the team to a win. It's a mindset, man. It's the type of attitude that kills a locker room. That kills accountability. And when you've got a guy who seems to be more focused on selling signed jerseys for $1,000 than on fixing what's wrong on the field, that's a problem. That's a culture problem. We've heard all offseason about what this team wanted to build. Guys who love football. Guys with high character, work ethic, smart, dependable, team-first dudes. And here's Sam Williams, laughing at his own defense getting exposed, smiling through getting pancaked by a receiver, brushing off legitimate criticism with emojis. I don't care what he meant. I don't care what the context was. If you're a professional, if you're truly about that action, you don't ever find humor in a play where you failed your team that badly. And listen, I know how this goes. Some people are going to say, you're being too harsh. He's just a kid. He's still developing. Nah, not buying it. This is year 3. You're in a contract season. You're fighting for your future. You don't get to laugh your way through that. You don't get to joke around when the film shows you being part of the problem. That's not how this works. That's not how winners operate. We're not asking Sam Williams to be perfect. We're not even asking him to dominate. We're asking him to take it seriously, to treat the game with respect, to treat the fans, the locker room, and that star on his helmet with the respect it deserves. And right now, he's not doing that. Not even close. And the worst part is, this ain't even just about one play. That's just the one that made it public, the one that got captured in a still frame and shared all over social media. But plays like that, mentalities like that, they've been creeping in all season. You can see it in the body language. You can feel it in the energy when things get tough. And it's not like this team doesn't have talent. We do. The talent is there, the pieces are there, but sometimes it's not about talent, it's about mentality, about accountability, about guys stepping up and being professionals. And if you're laughing at yourself getting buried by a wide receiver, not privately, not in the locker room, but publicly, proudly, on Twitter, then you're not the type of dude I want going into battle with me in January. This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the NFL. You're playing for the Dallas Cowboys, one of the most scrutinized franchises in all of sports, and you're wearing a jersey that guys before you bled for. You know how many legends have come through this organization and would never accept the kind of effort you're putting on tape? Guys who put in the work day in and day out, not because it looked good on social media, but because it's what the job demands. It's about respect, for the game, for your teammates, for yourself. So when I see someone like Sam Williams joking around, clowning in the middle of a season where this defense is under fire, where fans are questioning everything from scheme to coaching to execution, and he thinks this is the time to be playful? Bro, read the room. This fan base is not in the mood for smiles. Not after what we've seen these past few weeks. Not when we've got real issues on that side of the ball and dudes getting tossed around like it's practice. Look, I understand it's easy to laugh things off when you're not the one being held accountable in the film room. But trust me, if you're a leader on that team, if you're someone guys look up to, you don't get to hide behind jokes. And I know some people think, well, he's just trying to lighten the mood, not take things too seriously. But that's the exact problem. You should be taking this seriously. You should be embarrassed. You should feel the weight of letting your team down. Because if you don't feel that, then you don't belong in this locker room. And the thing that gets me the most is, this ain't a rookie. This ain't some undrafted dude who just got called up from the practice squad. This is a guy who's been in the league for multiple years. This is a guy who's had time to learn, to develop, to understand the speed and the seriousness of the NFL. And instead of elevating his game, instead of showing growth, he's out here acting like it's all a joke. Like the criticism is just noise from people who don't get it. No, Sam. We get it. We see what's happening. We see the play. We see the tape. And what we see is a player who hasn't matured. A player who still doesn't understand how close this league is to moving on from you. This isn't college, where you're protected by scholarships or coaches who recruited you. This is the pros. You're either producing or you're replaceable. And right now, you're closer to the latter. And for Cowboys fans, man, we've seen enough of this. Every single year, there's a new name, a new guy who gets hyped up as a breakout star, and then when the pressure hits, they disappear. But at least most of those guys have the decency to own it. To come to the mic and say, yeah, I messed up. I gotta be better. But laughing? Publicly? Nah, man. That's a new low. Let's not forget what this season is supposed to be. This isn't a rebuild. This isn't a throwaway year. This team was built to contend. This team was built to make a serious push deep into the playoffs. And if we're going to get there, it's going to take more than just Micah Parsons flying around. It's going to take everybody buying in, everybody locked in. And right now, I see a dude who's not locked in. I see a dude who's watching the house burn down from the couch with a smile on his face. And here's the thing. We're not asking for perfection. No one is expecting you to make every play. But the effort, the accountability, the respect for the fan base and for your job, that's the bare minimum. And if you can't meet that, why are you even here? Why are you cashing checks and collecting perks if you're not willing to put the work in when it actually matters? This isn't about one bad play. This is about what that play symbolizes. A lack of urgency, a lack of responsibility, a lack of understanding that everything you do, on and off the field, matters. Because football is not just a game. Not at this level. It's a business. It's a profession. And the way you carry yourself reflects not just on you, but on your teammates, your coaches, and the entire organization. And if you don't care, if this is just a stepping stone to celebrity life, to brand deals, to Instagram followers, then maybe you need to be somewhere else. Because the Cowboys are trying to build something real here. And that kind of energy, that unserious, immature energy, it's poison. It spreads. And if the locker room doesn't check it now, it's going to keep showing up on Sundays, in missed tackles, in blown coverages, in receivers pancaking defensive ends 6 yards across the field. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys have reportedly announced the signing of wide receiver Brandon AIYUK. While the team has not officially confirmed all the details, sources close to the organization suggest that AIYUK's arrival is set to make an immediate impact on the Cowboys' high-powered offense. The rumor has sparked an intense buzz among fans and analysts alike, raising questions about how AIYUK will fit into a roster already brimming with talent. AIYUK, known for his explosive speed and ability to make defenders miss in open space, has been one of the league's most dynamic playmakers. His addition to the Cowboys' receiving core could instantly transform Dallas' offensive schemes, providing quarterback Dak Prescott with a versatile weapon capable of stretching defenses vertically and creating mismatches across the field. Insiders are speculating that the coaching staff is already envisioning creative packages designed to get AIYUK the ball in space, where he can do the most damage. The timing of this alleged acquisition could not be more intriguing. After a season of ups and downs, the Cowboys are reportedly looking to solidify their passing attack, and adding a receiver of AIYUK's caliber would signal a bold statement of intent. Social media has exploded with reactions, ranging from disbelief to excitement, with many suggesting that this could be the missing piece Dallas needs to contend with the league's elite offenses. While nothing is confirmed, the rumor itself has caused a ripple effect across NFL circles. Fans are already imagining highlight reel catches and game-changing plays that could swing tight matchups in Dallas' favor. Analysts are debating how AIYUK's presence could shift defensive game plans, especially against divisional rivals who have struggled to contain big play threats. As the speculation continues to build, one thing is clear. If Brandon AIYUK does indeed suit up for the Cowboys, the league may be in for a very different and very dangerous Dallas offense. For now, fans will have to wait for official confirmation, but the buzz alone has already made waves, and the rumor mill is running hotter than ever. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.